Alright, here we go, guys. So here's a throwback to Never Sleep. Overwatch repositioning, attack, and timing, the top 500 guide series. Okay, so we're going back in time, right? So this is from 7 years ago. This is how you played Reaper at the highest level play 7 years ago. And this guy basically taught me a lot of stuff I didn't actually know when I was already really good. This guy was just he gave me that extra little oomph, and so I owe a lot to Never Sleep. He's a good dude. So we're gonna react to this and see how much has changed in the last 7 years and what works still and what doesn't work. So I thought this would be a lot of fun to do a throwback Thursday of how how Reaper has changed and what play styles still work and what don't work. How outdated is this? So let's get started. I mean, you can't one-shot people anymore, so maybe it's outdated.
Hey guys, Never Sleep here. After a good bit of planning and sorting through clips, I was able to start this new series. My goal is to provide you
Games
guys with the
won.
tips and
Holy
tools I use to get
I
my
forgot just how
71
good this guy
count to top
was.
500 the past 2 seasons. I'm going to try my best to bring everything together in an order that makes sense. Starting this series off with positioning and attack timing. Reaper's positioning in a game varies widely apart from most other heroes. I say this because there are many different ways to play on attack or defense, and also a variety of ways to set up before and after a fight. It can all change depending on what comp and how the enemy team
Well, you
is
don't play
playing.
on this map
So it's
anymore, so I
difficult
guess
to
it's
give any
outdated.
exact way to position for every game, but I can show scenarios where I use similar patterns and spots to set up. Starting with defense, my normal positioning will vary with each comp, especially on the first point.
This
For
is
example,
accurate.
Horizon Lunar Colony,
You
my
still
usual
do this.
position before each
Not
reset
on this
is
map,
on the top
though.
right side. From here, I can step anywhere to stop people that try to pressure point early or try to flank my team. It's common for a mobile hero to rush the door below your team. If you're confident in the 1v1, then you can handle it alone without losing the choke point. When you see the ball going for a boop on your team through the outside, it's easy to step over and stop him before he gets out the top doors.
I don't know if
It's
you
also
can
nice
still
for your
do
team that you
that.
can step to point
I don't
so
remember.
quickly
I
without
don't.
them having to transition right away or at all. Make
Since
sure to not
2CP
step
doesn't
to the center
exist,
point
you
if
can't
they have
really
a
do
sniper.
that anymore.
When I have to play against the Sim teleport strat, I'll try to anticipate where she is going to place her portal, find a spot to hide out of line of sight, and destroy the TP ideally before all 6 can make it through, resulting in a lot of wasted time for the enemy team.
Okay, so
In this next
what's funny about that is, in theory, that still works, but the SEM TP has so much HP now that one or two people are going to just TP regardless. And since Reaper's damage is so freaking piss low compared to Overwatch 1, I'm pretty sure it takes 5 to 6 shots to break the TP now. And the cooldown is so short on the ability, I don't know. I think that's aged like milk.
clip, during this moment, I was trying to figure out which position I should take to help my team the most. It's never really a good idea to chase a tracer. So instead, I TP straight to my team and try to help stop the main push. The enemy DPS starts to find openings picking around our defense, so I try to deal with that rather than breaking the shields. The second I see offensive ults being used from the enemy team, I knew we didn't have much chance holding this top position anymore. That's when I decided to move around into a flank instead, which immediately turned this fight back in our favor. You can use this time.
So that fundamental still, in theory, would work in lower ranks. That would still work. Problem is in Overwatch 2, there's a ping system. So, basically, some guy can just ping the fact that you're flanking and making that play, and the whole team will just turn on you and kill you. So then, no, that doesn't work anymore. That, and there's the big cheating issue right now because Overwatch is free to play. But no, that doesn't work anymore. Which really fucking sucks.
This fight back in our favor.
Oh man.
You can use this type of positioning on most of the big open maps. Like on Paris, again, I'm holding far from my team in this side building.
Oh man.
With the same method as before, I make sure I'm the first to stop any back pressure on our team.
Oh, that was a good play.
Surprisingly, you can even stop Sombra hacks from this distance away, if you see it coming. When it's not a flank, then most teams
Dude,
will
this
go
has
to try
not
to force
aged
their way
well.
around to the left or the right side in a rush. If they choose the left side, I'll usually rotate behind them and time a flank when the fight starts.
Like, okay, in low ranks, that would work. Like, stuff like this could still technically work in lower ranks. But
Now, on the
again,
right side, you can either choose to fall
again, someone can just ping you. Someone can just ping you, man. Like, that's why Overwatch 2 is fucking ass cheeks. But yes, in like plat and below, guarantee that would still work. But nowadays, with everyone that's like the way the game is now, like, dude, a lot of this is like really outdated. It's just stuff like the little things like this just don't work anymore. Like Overwatch 2 is just such a terrible game compared to the first game. So now, yeah, some stuff has aged well, and some has aged so poorly. Nah, man, which that really sucks.
back to your team or stay hidden and try to pick someone off as the enemy team passes by. But make this decision fast, because if the enemy team makes it to point uncontested, it's a tough fight to take.
That's way too much real aim. Jesus, there's too many cheaters nowadays.
This choke can start to make teams more and more flustered as time ticks down, making it easier to find openings to burn your ult and shut down another push.
That was a good play. It's funny because, Top 500 7 years ago is so different than Top 500 now. Back then there was actual human players
Moving
playing
away
and not
from
cheaters.
the open maps to show more in general about shield break positioning. If the enemy team is playing a
Oh, man,
slower
this is
shield
outdated.
break comp like Orisa Hog, then you should start playing close and help break the shields. They won't be able to reliably move forward without
Man.
good defense and your constant pressure.
Could
This type
headshot
of play
Orisa,
really
holy
helped me
shit.
get through the Orisa Hog
I'm getting
meta,
depressed.
and can be played in most situations on really any map. Even better if you can find a way to harass safely from the side.
Oh, that hog ain't cheating.
And here's just a couple more examples against this meta.
Orisa Hog meta, man. I'm so sad. I wish I got to play against this shit. I wish I was like better on PC when I swapped. It just took so long to learn how to aim and move. And move while aiming.
My old spot on Hollywood when teams would always rush to point
This still
was on
works.
the other
This
side.
is a really good spot. I
very
still get
frequently
value
was
doing
able
this
to pick off
sometimes.
someone as they all pass by.
Oh, that Ana would 180 sleep you so fast now. 'Cause you
Another
can't
thing I
do
like
that
to do
kind
in
of damage
defense is
anymore.
sometimes set up for an early kill at the start of a game. This is more of a do at your own risk kind of play.
I still make this
I'll wait in
play.
a spot where the teams push past to go to first point and pick off
This
someone
you can
in the
still
back
do
lines
this.
early.
This is still pretty
It's
good
important to
now.
always be within a safe race distance of your team though. Don't sit in a spot that's too far away or you could easily cause a loss of first point. This kind of setting up doesn't only have to be limited to the start of a match either. If you have enough knowledge and time in the game,
Yeah,
you'll start to see common
this
places
is
and
still
patterns
pretty
that teams
good.
will have when they reform and push again. Always keeping in mind a safe way out if the rest of the team tries to chase you.
Yeah, I mean that's aged really well. You can still do
Here's an
stuff like
example where I
that.
was waiting for the enemy widow
This
to
won't work
post up
anymore,
on the high
though.
ground. This is an obvious spot for her to want to be if she's uncontested by other snipers.
That's too hard to do stuff like that now, because they can walk up to high ground now.
Positioning on attack is far different since you'll have to be switching between
Old
flanking
Eichenball.
and pushing with your team. It's up to you to decide whether your team is stronger with your help pushing together or when you're flanking. It's best to find a balance between the two and continue whatever is working. Here you can see it was working perfectly fine, just smashing through with the rest of my team. Other times it may seem like your team is just crashing into a wall and a simple transition to a flank could turn the momentum instantly. but also having the right timing on this is key.
You know,
The switch
the thing is yes, that still does, in fact, actually can work. So, yes and no, right? Because the stuff that's in the game now is so broken and tanks don't die, right? Like that kind of playmaking just doesn't work. Reaper's damage is also so much lower now. For those that don't know, Reaper used to do 280 headshot damage at point blank. You could two-shot Winston back then. Like, he did so much damage if you hugged somebody. It was ridiculous. You could literally three-shot a Roadhog. If you got point blank against a Roadhog, you could three-shot him. Like, the amount of damage Reaper used to be able to put out was, like, rivaled fucking Widowmaker. Like, it was ridiculous how much damage he used to be able to do. And if you were nanoed, you'd one-shot tanks. He did 500. Bro, I miss those days. I do. I miss old Reaper, guys. Moment of silence. Okay. But yeah, like, that could still work, but you can't kill the tank, right? So you're better off just trying to hit two-shot the Ana or three-shot the Ana, right? So yes and no. Like, this information can work, and like, it's just, it's really outdated, but then it's like, like, not really. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I actually would argue that this is aged not poorly. It's just aged badly. Like, some of this stuff really does still work. I've been able to get away with some crazy flanks and GM and back in the, like, when Overwatch 2 launched, but now with, super tanks and Kiriko, I mean, Kiriko is like one of the big reasons Reaper's like dog shit. But Kiriko also enables Reaper to be really broken. So it's kind of like on the fence where it's like, do you have the Kiriko that's enabling you? Or do you have the Kiri that's just heal botting, Because the game is really bad and it's horribly imbalanced. And you find like a good Kiri one in like 2,000 games. So it's kind of like weird, right? So yes and no. I think for lower ranks, this could in fact still work, but if you're diamond and up, this is age like milk.
is sometimes super simple, but you can see how much it changes the team fight.
That was fat. God, I used to do so much damage. Oh, God, I used to blow things up on Reaper. Oh, that movement.
Same premise here, but instead using shadow steps, switching to the back line when the front line has too much pressure built.
Yes, that does
After
somewhat still work.
Both enough, you'll start to get the sense of when it's best to work from the front or the back. Just try not to get stuck in the
That's a real
mindset
player.
of always having to flank and try
It's
to
funny.
play with your team when needed. And before we move on from positioning on attack, if you kept up with my other start a match flanking series, then you know I also like to begin a majority of my matches off with a fast shadow step flank. These early kills have helped me secure countless first points and payloads, and I continue to try find new ways to do them.
I mean, you can't kill Orisa anymore. So on one end, yeah. Sure. I mean, so that's a good flank. I learned that from Never Sleep. This one right here. Oh, God, that
When you
so
don't secure
fucking
a kill,
real.
you still help create a ton of space for your team, as long as you don't die right away.
The fact that he didn't die is like surprising. I miss Overwatch 1, dude. I miss this game, guys.
Something else I can explain is how I like to set up after a successful team wipe. Take a game on Blizzard World as an example of this.
Oh my God, this is
Say
gonna
you
make me
just
so
cleared
mad. This shit doesn't work anymore, man. Like, a lot of the shit has aged so badly. You can't do this anymore because the stupid ping system, man. It's these little things that Overwatch 2 has that just kills Reaper. and it just ruins all the fundamentals us Overwatch 1 players grinded for 7 years. It just killed it. God, this sucks. Does it still work? Yes, in low ranks you can absolutely still do this shit, but the second you get in diamond up, fucking ping system, cheaters, leavers, throwers, oh my. Anyway.
Took the first point. The enemy team is normally going to set up at the next choke point around the corner. Something I like to do is shadow step behind them and position myself for when the cart starts to push again. This is a great time
you can
to
still
get a
pull
surprise
stuff
kill
like this
and break
off,
the
yeah.
strong choke point. You can continue along this path and find various ways of doing this strategy. It works on most hybrid maps, not just Blizzard.
If they don't run Curie, you can still
like
do
Havana,
some of this stuff.
You can see almost a mirrored play using the same idea.
Such a good play. Oh!
But really, anywhere where you can find a spot to wait for a predictable
God,
defense
dude, you used to
setup
be able
can
to
work.
blow tanks up.
Making sure you know how to get to the position before the fighting starts.
Yes, yes, theoretically, guys, you can do some of this stuff. You could, if you have really good map knowledge and really good timing, you can still do this. The problem is Kiriko's in the game. And if they have Kiriko, you can't do it. And that's what sucks ass about Overwatch 2. But yes, technically you could still do this. You could. I'm not saying you cannot, because I've done it too. You can do it. But the second they run these Curie MO heroes, like, dude, like, you're gonna pop one headshot, you're gonna get her one, she's gonna get iframes and either duel you or TP out, right? Like, then you're fucked, and then everyone knows you're there because you fucking gave your position away because you fired, or she put ping on you. Like, fuck Overwatch 2, bro. I miss this game. But yes, you could theoretically still do this. You could. The second they run Curie, though, no. You also don't do nearly the same amount of damage you used to. So fucking awesome. Just fucking rip it. And the other thing is Blossom doesn't even do that much damage anymore. Like, Death Blossom used to do like 152 damage a second back then. And now I think it does like 120. And health pools are higher now. So Blossom is like completely dog shit. You have to like hit a headshot. Then you would have to hit a dire triggers or something. Like, you'd have to hit a few headshots before you even ult. And you're probably still not going to kill them because MOs are in the game. So, yes and no. But yeah, anyway.
Now, we're going to get into more detail.
How does that Anna not just know he's there?
The basic idea is to time your attacks with the flow of the fight. That
shit
moment,
used to
just
work,
as both
dude.
teams clash.
Aww.
This is when each team is usually the most focused on one another. Too early, and you'll be focused immediately. Too late, and your team might...
So let me go back just a tiny bit, guys. So this is what I used to grind. I used to practice trying to time my flanks at the right moment. This is what made me want to be the best Reaper in the world. Never Sleep's guide helped me reach new heights. He was freakishly good at this character. And I was like, wow, this guy has the exact same vision and goal as me. We both wanted to do the same thing. We were just from two different timelines, right? He was right before me, but I was also playing at the same time he was playing. But I was still learning how to walk on PC fresh off console. So while he was sprinting and galloping and don't, you know, he was just on a roll, I was still learning how to walk. So when I was learning how to walk, I was watching this guy's guides, right? So does this still work? Fuck no. Could it work? Possibly. Is it aged like milk? Absolutely. This guide is so outdated, dude. Holy shit. And you can't time flanks like that anymore because they made it so you can't even crouch walk in this game. Could this work in low ranks? Absolutely. You could have a field day, bro. Okay. Anyway, I want to hear what he has to say.
Now, we're going to get into more detail on attack timing. The basic idea is to time your attacks with the flow of the fight. That moment, just as both teams clash. This is when each team is usually the most focused on one another.
I got GM doing that place though.
Too early, and you'll be focused immediately. too late and your team might have already been weakened by the enemy. So I usually start when I see the front lines commit. It's important to have the timing just right. Even though this Zen did almost take my head off, since I managed to time this where I knew the front line would have a hard time helping the back line, it still ended up working out.
Hog's a real player.
Here, with nearly the same attack
I'm so
timing and
depressed.
angle, I was able to stop this team on 3 full pushes.
Hog's a real player, dude. Well, this making me depressed.
Finally, to give a couple extra tips, when using your Death Blossom during these attack timings, if you watch closely, you can see me fire one normal shot on the McCree before ulting. This is to reassure he dies fast and doesn't flashbang me with some sweaty reaction time.
I mean,
More
that
importantly, make sure you're not going to burn
Yeah.
Death Blossom into any defensive ults
You could still
like
do that.
Transcendence or Lucio beat. You can often
That's
time
still
it
a really
so
good
the Death
trick.
Blossom is used when those two ults are tapering off.
God, why does the GM icon just look so fucking clean in Overwatch 1? Maybe it's nostalgia.
That's it for this video. I hope this helped you guys in some way or another. And if you found
That
any
was
of this
good.
information useful,
It aged
leave a
really
like or a
poorly.
comment, and subscribe if you want to see when I post more on this series. Till next time.
I think it's a really good video still. Like, even still, there's some really useful stuff in there, like knowledge you could still use. Yes. But I think overall, I think it's aged really poorly, guys. There's just so much broken shit in the game nowadays, and ping system, and just, it just, man, it really sucks what Overwatch used to be, dude. But honestly, yes, this is still probably worth watching. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you want information and you wanted more knowledge and you don't really care, you just like to learn more about Overwatch and the heroes and whatnot, I still think I would still recommend this. I think it's aged really poorly. I give it like a 6 out of 10 because it's aged so poorly. But Never Sleeps the GOAT. Let's just say that. And that was 7 years ago, so I mean, I still really enjoyed watching it again. There's stuff in there that I haven't heard in a long time, man. Brings back a lot of memories. It really does, because I made like 5 accounts, right? So I made 5 different Reaper one trick accounts because I wanted to practice attack timing. So I had one account where all I did was practice timing my flanks because I was obsessed. I wanted to be the best Reaper player in the world. That's really realistically all I wanted, and I was for a very short time. I was for a very short time. 2020, 2021, and October when Overwatch 2 launched. I was the first Reaper one trick of the GM when Overwatch 2 launched, all the way up to top 500. I was the first one to stream it, do it, and yeah, this guy was basically my Bible back in the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed, man. That was really fun. That was a really fun throwback. I had a lot of fun doing that. So that's my Throwback Thursday upload. Shoutouts to Never Sleep. We miss you, dude. I hope life's doing well and treating you well. You taught me a lot, man. You taught me so much. I appreciate you, and happy. Basically, it's its anniversary. Would you look at that? It came out yesterday. Wow, there you go. That's funny. Like 6 years ago. See, there you go. Anyway, shout out to Never Sleep, guys. He's the GOAT. Miss him very much, and I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And so, if you guys want more and like this, I will definitely gladly react to more old Never Sleep videos.